The Satanic Verses is the fourth novel from the Indian British writer Salman Rushdie. First published in 1988, the book was inspired by the life of the Islamic prophet Muhammad. As with his previous books, Rushdie used magical realism and relied on contemporary events and people to create his characters. The title refers to the Satanic verses, a group of Quranic verses about three pagan Meccan goddesses, Allat, Al-Uzza, and Manat. The part of the story that deals with the Satanic verses was based on accounts from the historians Al-Waqidi and Al-Tabari. The book was a 1988 Booker Prize finalist, losing to Peter Carey's Oscar and Lucinda, and won the 1988 Whitebread Award for Novel of the Year. Timothy Brennan called the work the most ambitious novel yet published to deal with the immigrant experience in Britain. The book and its perceived blasphemy motivated Islamic extremist bombings, killings, and riots and sparked a debate about censorship and religiously motivated violence. Fearing unrest, the Rajiv Gandhi government banned the importation of the book into India. In 1989, Supreme Leader of Iran, Ruhollah Khomeini, declared a fatwa against Rushdie, resulting in several failed assassination attempts on the author, who was granted police protection by the UK government, and attacks on connected individuals, including the Japanese translator Hitoshi Yagarshi, who was stabbed to death in 1991. Assassination attempts against Rushdie continued, including an attempt on his life in August 2022. And the genre of this novel is magic realism. It was published in September 26, 1988 by Viking Penguin from United Kingdom, and the novel contains 546 pages. Now let's talk about the plot of the novel, the controversial novel. The Satanic verses consist of a frame narrative using elements of magical realism interlaced with a series of subplots that are narrated as dream visions experienced by one of the protagonists. The frame narrative involves Indian expatriates in contemporary England. The two protagonists, Gibril Farista and Saladin Chamsa, are both actors of Indian Muslim background. Farista is a Bollywood superstar who specializes in playing Hindu deities. The character is partly based on Indian film stars Amitabh Bachchan and N.T. Ramarao. Chamsa, an Anglophile immigrant who has cut himself off from his Indian heritage, works as a voice-over artist in England. At the beginning of the novel, both are trapped in a plane hijacked by Sikh separatists flying from India to Britain. The separatists land the plane and take many of the passengers hostage for months, but after negotiations fail, the separatists force the plane to take off and detonate it over the English Channel. While everyone else aboard the plane perishes, Farista and Chamsa are magically saved. In a miraculous transformation, Farista takes on the personality of the Archangel Gabriel, referred to as Jibril, and Chamsa that of a devil. Farista develops a halo that occasionally manifests, while Chamsa grows horns and goat-like legs. After both men take refuge with an elderly English Argentine woman, Chamsa is arrested and is subjected to police abuse as a suspected illegal immigrant. Both characters struggle to piece their lives back together. Farishta seeks and finds his lost love, the English mountaineer Eliluia Ali Khan. However, their relationship is overshadowed by his growing sense that he is the angel Jibril and other symptoms of schizophrenia or schizophrenia. After attempting unsuccessfully to evangelize in London, Farishta steps into the street and is hit by the car of movie producer S.S. Sisodia. Sisodia takes Farishta to get treated for schizophrenia with Ali and proposes a plan to revitalize Farishta's movie career. Meanwhile, Chamcha is fired from voice acting and becomes distressed by his increasingly goat-like appearance and behavior, as well as by the revelation that his estranged wife Pamela and friend Jamshed, Jampi Joshi, have begun in a relationship under the impression that Chamcha perished in the explosion. Jampi convinces the Shandars, a family operating a hotel, to let Chamcha stay with them. Chamcha's devil-like appearance intensifies until he recognizes his anger at Farishta for not defending him from arrest and abandoning him after the plane crash, after which he is transformed back into his human shape. Chamcha wants to take revenge on Farishta for having forsaken him after their joint fall from the hijacked plane and resents him for his successful return to movie stardom. Aware of Farishta's pathological jealousy and paranoid schizophrenia, Chamcha harasses Farishta and Ali over the phone using different vocal impressions and intimate details of Ali's life to insinuate that Ali is unfaithful to Farishta. Provoked by Chamcha's calls, Farishta destroys his relationship with Ali. Jampi, Pamela, and Chamcha attend a rally in defense of Dr. Uhuru Simba, a controversial black activist seemingly framed for a series of gruesome serial killings. Simba dies suspiciously in police custody, and Sikh youth on community patrol catch the real murderer, a white man. The police plan a cover-up and raid a popular South Asian nightclub, inflaming tensions and leading to riots. Pamela and Jampi intend to photocopy and distribute compromising information about the police, but during the riots, masked men set fire to the building they are in, destroying the evidence and killing Pamela and Jampi. During the riots, Farishta believes that the rioters' flames are the result of his angelic powers. He realizes that Chamcha was to blame for the calls, tracking him down to the now burning Shandar hotel with the intent of killing him, but relenting when he sees that Chamcha tried in vain to save Mr. and Mrs. Shandar from the fire. Both return to India, Farishta to star in a series of movies that turn out to be unsuccessful, and Chamcha to see his estranged father, who is terminally ill. Farishta is discovered to have murdered both Sisodia and Ali and visits Chamcha at his father's estate, seemingly about to shoot him, but he turns the gun on himself. Chamcha, who has found not only forgiveness from Farishta but also reconciliation with his estranged father and his own Indian identity, decides to remain in India. So that's all about the plot of the novel, The Satanic Verses, and besides there are also some dream sequences, and there is also literary criticism and analysis of this novel, and there is a lot of controversy, and there is also fatwa. There has been a lot of violence, assassinations and attempted murders on Rushdie or Salman Rushdie. So overall, the plot is based on magic realism, but the total impact on the readers is very controversial. So that's all about the novel Satanic Verses, which is written using the genre magical realism.